There's something urgent you need to know today. Home security experts have discovered an alarming pattern of surveillance happening in residential neighborhoods right now. That feeling you've had lately, that something isn't quite right when you pull into your driveway, or that strange sense that your home isn't as private as you think, isn't just your imagination. As a former security specialist who worked with law enforcement for 15 years, I've been tracking a disturbing trend that's spreading across communities just like yours. Someone is likely watching your house right now, and most people miss the warning signs until it's too late. Those harmless strangers in your neighborhood might not be so innocent after all. The real reason behind this surveillance is far more calculated and frightening than simple burglary or theft. What I'm about to share will change how you look at your home forever. What I've uncovered is deeply concerning. Organized groups are systematically monitoring homes in neighborhoods like yours, creating detailed profiles of residents' habits and vulnerabilities. These aren't random criminals. They're part of sophisticated networks that share information and target homes with precision. The most alarming part: the people watching your home often appear completely normal. The friendly dog walker who passes by at the same time every day. The utility worker who seems to be checking meters for longer than necessary. The delivery person who takes a photo of your home for confirmation. These individuals use everyday activities as perfect cover while they gather critical information about your property and schedule. Your home may already be on their watch list, and you wouldn't know it. They're assessing everything from when you leave for work to which windows are regularly left unlocked, which homes have security systems, and which residents are most vulnerable. This isn't about random break-ins. It's calculated surveillance that puts your family's safety and your valuable possessions at serious risk. This information is time-sensitive because once your home has been fully assessed, it moves to the next phase of their operation. The window to detect this surveillance and protect your home is small, which is why recognizing the signs immediately is critical for your family's safety. Let me show you exactly what to look for. These signs are easy to miss if you don't know what you're seeing. First, pay attention to vehicles that appear repeatedly in your neighborhood. A car parked with someone sitting inside for extended periods, especially if they appear to be watching homes or using a phone, is a major red flag. They're often documenting comings and goings or taking photos of security features. Another common sign is strangers walking through your neighborhood multiple times, often with a dog or appearing to exercise. While this seems innocent, it's perfect cover for observing homes without raising suspicion. They typically vary their clothing but follow similar routes. Pay special attention if they slow down near certain houses or appear to be speaking into phones while passing. Look for unusual markings near your home, small symbols drawn on curbs, sidewalks, or utility poles. These can be codes left for others in their network, indicating specific information about your home. Similarly, finding small objects placed near property lines, rocks in specific formations, plastic ties on fences, or displaced landscaping can be territorial markers. Have you received unexpected flyers, menus, or mail that neighbors didn't get? This is a classic tactic to check if someone is home by seeing if items remain in place over multiple days. The same goes for unusual service. Vehicles in your area with no clear purpose, especially if workers seem more interested in observing homes than doing actual work. Your pets often notice surveillance before you do. If your dog suddenly barks at specific areas of your property or seems agitated when looking out certain windows, they may be detecting someone watching. Similarly, unexplained power or internet outages in just your area can be attempts to test Your security response or disable systems. Most telling are attempts to engage with your home directly. Unexpected knocks from people asking strange questions, calls that hang up when answered, or finding signs that someone has tested doors, windows, or gate latches when you weren't home. The real reason behind this surveillance goes far beyond what most people imagine. These watchers aren't just looking for empty homes to burglarize. They're gathering detailed intelligence for sophisticated criminal networks. What they're creating is essentially a vulnerability profile of your home and family habits that can be used in multiple ways or even sold to other criminal enterprises. Modern surveillance has evolved dramatically. Today's watchers are documenting your security weaknesses, cataloging valuable items visible from windows, identifying when children might be home alone, and mapping out all possible entry points. They're noting which homes have security cameras, dogs, or regular visitor patterns. They're even tracking package deliveries to identify homes that regularly receive valuable shipments. The technology they use has advanced too. Some use thermal imaging devices that can detect if a home is occupied just by heat signatures. Others use signal jammers to test if your security system is wireless and vulnerable to disruption. Many employ small drones that can view your property from angles you'd never notice. Why are certain homes targeted while others aren't? Contrary to what many believe, they don't always target the most luxurious homes. Instead, they look for specific indicators of vulnerability: inconsistent occupancy patterns, poor sight lines from neighbors, overgrown landscaping that provides cover, visible high-value items, or signs of new purchases. The timeline from surveillance to action varies, but experts have noticed a disturbing pattern. Homes are typically watched for 2.4 weeks before any criminal activity occurs. This gives watchers enough time to establish patterns and plan accordingly. What begins as simple observation can escalate to identity theft, home invasion, or worse, if left unaddressed. Now that you understand the threat, let's talk about immediate steps to protect your home and family. If you suspect your house is under surveillance, the first rule is, don't show that you know. Acting normally while implementing these methods will be most effective. Start by breaking your predictable patterns. Leave and return home at varying times when possible. Use different doors to enter and exit. Occasionally leave lights on in rooms you don't normally use. These simple changes confuse watchers who rely on consistent habits to plan. Next, strengthen your physical security. Inspect all entry points, not just doors but windows, garage doors, and basement accesses. Install simple door jammers that prevent forced entry, even if locks are compromised. These inexpensive devices create immediate protection while you implement more comprehensive measures. Motion-activated lighting remains one of the most effective deterrents, especially when placed at unexpected angles. Most watchers avoid homes with unpredictable lighting that could expose them during observation. Similarly, visible security cameras, even inexpensive dummy cameras, significantly reduce surveillance interest. Create a neighborhood text alert system with trusted neighbors. When someone notices unusual activity, a quick group message creates multiple eyes on the situation. This community approach is something surveillance teams actively avoid, as they rely on isolated homes with minimal neighbor interaction. Document everything suspicious with photos from inside your home, without making it obvious you're photographing them. Note dates, times, and descriptions in a dedicated notebook. This documentation is invaluable for law enforcement if patterns emerge. Consider implementing the three-layer rule used by security professionals. Create 3 distinct barriers between valuable items and potential intruders. This could be a locked exterior door, a security system, and a locked interior room or safe. Perhaps most important is maintaining unpredictability. Most surveillance relies on identifying patterns, so becoming a hard target means regularly changing your security approach. Move visible security cameras to new positions. Alter which lights remain on when you're away. Use timers that create the impression of movement throughout your home at irregular intervals. These methods don't require expensive systems. They rely on strategic thinking that disrupts the surveillance process before it can progress to the next phase. While physical surveillance is concerning, your digital footprint may be creating an even more detailed map of your home and habits without you realizing it. Modern criminals don't need to watch your house when your online behavior reveals everything they need to know. Those vacation photos you posted showing your entire family away from home? They're time-stamped announcements that your house is empty. Location tags on social media create a perfect schedule of when you're not home. Even innocent posts about new purchases tell watchers exactly what valuables you own. Your smart home devices create additional vulnerabilities. Unsecured home networks can be accessed from nearby vehicles, giving watchers access to your security cameras, smart locks, or home automation systems. Many homeowners never change default passwords on these devices, creating easy access points. Even your everyday technology can be turned against you. Smartphones with location services enabled create detailed patterns of your movements. Home assistants can be compromised to monitor conversations about travel plans or schedules. Bluetooth signals from devices can be detected from outside your home, revealing exactly where valuable electronics are located. The solution starts with a digital security audit. Check privacy settings on all social media accounts, limiting who can see your posts, and removing location data. Create unique, strong passwords for all home network devices. Regularly update firmware on smart home systems. Consider separating your home automation network from the network you use for financial or personal activities. Most importantly, be mindful of what you share online. The seemingly innocent details about your home, schedule, and possessions create a vulnerability profile as detailed as any physical surveillance could produce. Learning that your home might be under surveillance can create significant anxiety. The place that should feel safest suddenly feels exposed. This psychological impact is actually part of what makes surveillance effective. It creates fear that disrupts your normal life. The key to reclaiming your peace of mind lies in balancing awareness with positive action. Instead of feeling paralyzed by concern, channel that energy into creating genuine security. Each protective step you take rebuilds your sense of control and safety. Create a family security plan that everyone understands without inspiring fear, especially with children. Frame it as family teamwork rather than response to a threat. Simple code words that mean something doesn't feel right allow family members to communicate concerns without creating panic. Remember that true security isn't about living in fear, it's about informed awareness. The more knowledgeable you become about protecting your home, the less fearful you'll feel. This informed confidence actually makes you a less appealing target, as surveillance teams look for signs of vulnerability and uncertainty. Connect with neighbors to create community awareness without spreading paranoia. Something as simple as a neighborhood walking group or evening porch sits creates a visible community presence that discourages surveillance. By taking these balanced steps, you transform fear into empowerment. your home becomes both safer and feels more secure, breaking the psychological impact these watchers depend on. The information I've shared today isn't meant to frighten you. It's meant to empower you to take immediate action. Start today by implementing just 3 basic protections. First, do a complete check of all door and window locks in your home, reinforcing any weak points. Second, create a simple system for documenting anything unusual you notice around your property. Third, have a family conversation about being more mindful of patterns and awareness without creating fear. Within the next week, take steps to address your digital vulnerability. Update passwords, check privacy settings, and be more conscious of what you share online about your home and schedule. These simple actions create significant protection with minimal effort or expense. The longer-term approach includes building those community connections and gradually implementing more sophisticated security measures as needed for your specific situation. By sharing this information with neighbors, especially those who might be more vulnerable, you extend protection beyond just your home. Surveillance teams avoid areas where residents are alert and communicative with each other. Remember, your awareness is your greatest defense. Trust your instincts if something doesn't feel right. The sense of safety you create isn't just about physical security. It's about reclaiming the peace of mind that everyone deserves in their own home. Thank you for watching, and stay safe.